Everyone, I'm Jude Hotep, the goddess astrologer and alchemical initiatrix. I'm going to do the channeled card reading message for you for all 12 sun signs for this week of the 10th through something. Of the 10th through the 16th. So this is for October 10th through 16th, 2022. This is the channel card reading for all 12 signs. Got the chapters in the videos now, so it should be really easy to just move forward to your sun sign, click on that, or move forward to your rising sign. I hope that helps. I hope that feels good. And as always, if you have not listened to your sun sign horoscopes on the Light Goddess podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the places, that is up every Monday. And I will be doing new episodes of the podcast, but there's a lot of foundational work that I'm doing right now behind the scenes that I'm going to announced to you coming up soon. So there's a lot of amazing stuff coming, and all the planets are moving forward this month, and like, woo. Okay, so we have Mercury and Pluto and Saturn coming later this month. So, all right, let's get into it, y'all. I hope these channel messages are helping you. So if you like this video, please like it, and please subscribe so they'll pop up in your feed, and please share it with other people so that they know that there's this this help and this support available each week. I watch the video myself because I can't necessarily always hear it and engage with it as I'm channeling. So I go back and I listen for my own sun sign and rising to see what the message is coming through for us. And let's get into it. All right, Aries. So unstuck the stick in protection. So it's in the self-care message. You're feeling stuck. There was a little bit about this last week, I believe. And so what is making you feel stuck? Like, write it down, get very clear. What is actually making you feel stuck? And then what do we need to know about that? Okay. It's something about the past. So when we don't release the emotions, then the story can't release, and we can't untangle it. And the soul narratives that have to do with past lives and other aspects or other family members or other people can't come through when we don't release the emotions. So that's the entry point, is your emotions. Are you letting yourself have the anger, rage, tears, sadness, regret, any of the emotions? They're all okay. But do you let yourself have them, allow them? Do you witness them like you would a child's emotions? Do you witness yourself and do that for yourself? The past is not negative. We all have pain, loss, challenge. We all have embarrassment. We all have horror. We all have these things that it's like, what the fuck is this thing called life all about? But it supports your future by giving you humility, wisdom, understanding, experience. And we want to build that healthy ego. Fall in love with your own story. Fall in love with what has been and what you gained out of it. For me, like, the way people are like, I went through this, so now I teach this, or I went through this and this is what I learned. And it's kind of trite. Get something amazing out of your story. That's not something you can see on Oprah show, that hasn't been out there already. Like, mine the gold of the pain, loss, and challenge that you've been through, and handle your handle your shit so that you can not feel stuck anymore. And what else do we need to know? Like, remember, you have a big purpose and a mission here, and that you're being called, and you have to be able to speak that story and be healed with it, be in a communion with it, to where when the wounds popped up because the energies in the sky suddenly trigger it. It's like, I heard a coach once speaking about, like, you need to be healed before you do your work. It depends on the person and it depends on the situation. Some people need to do some significant work because they don't have the knowledge to do both concurrently. Other people are very powerful, amazing coaches and healers and guides and mentors, and they can do the healing work concurrently. And also there's a level of healing work that we all must do in the beginning when we're kind of starting or understanding or going down this path. And then there's all these new healings, because the stars, as they shift, the transits shift in the sky, they uncover new things in our psyche soul that we haven't had access to before, that need healed, that need looked at, old wounds. So You are light. Remember the light that you bring. I'm pulling about 5 cards every time usually. So light is in unexpected places in self-care message. So you're not remembering how there's always this magic in the shit in the shadow, in the challenge, loss, and pain. There's this magic, but you have to go all the way through. You have to feel the emotions all the way through. Sometimes if you've dealt with abusers, they don't want you to do that. So they don't want you to get the insight. So it's important to realize where you're at, who you're around. So there's a very clear message for this week for you, Aries. I'm going to pull you a feather card. This one wants to come up, the Kingfisher. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in perfect form. When things aren't really showing up or clicking the way I want to, I have this mantra that I speak to myself that what I really, really want is being delivered to me right now. And because that form that I was thinking of or hoping for wasn't actually what I really, really want, or the better option, or the upgraded version, or the highest quality. I'm like, what I really want, there's some energy of that there, but that what I really want is being delivered to me. So that kind of belief, and you do that well, Aries. All right, Taurus. Taurus, for you, what wants to come forward this week? What is the story in motion for Taurus? What is the message, this week's energies that wants to come forward? All right, very clear. Creator air, it's in protection. So it's that ephemeral mental air energy. So you're being asked to take that air energy and ground it down into this earthly plane to be able to take action. So what concrete exercises, things are you doing to ground the mental air energy that's coming in? Because with planets moving forward, it can be so much that you can't take action on any of the energy. So let me just see what this story is going on. Celebrate your wins in self-care message. So there's something about being, man, this card deck, unfortunately, is from Hay House, and she did a crowdfunding on the original card deck, and they were bigger. I like the size of the cards, but they were high quality cards. And then she did a massive book, and it had so much in it. And wow, that can be overwhelming. You can always read it eventually, right? So I really wish, I'm wanting like the original version of this card deck. But Hay House took it over and then made it all fucking cheap as shit. I just don't understand what they're doing these days. We need Louise Hay back. Where are you at, Louise? But this card, celebrate your wins. So there's something about too much mental energy, not really being embodied, and like doubts, not really honoring the amazingness of you and what you get accomplished. Let's see what else what is this about? Stop, drop, and ground. So grounding that mental energy. There's a breath that you can do to really take a deep breath, and then feel your connection to the earth, and then feel your connection to the cosmos come through that channel, and feel them both come at the same time, and then start to merge them together to have this clear cyclical channel going and breath going to start to connect the two together, the earth and the sky. And put your feet in the grass, connect to animals and trees and plants, go for a walk in the forest. Don't give me that it's cold stuff. I lived in Wisconsin for years, and I walked 1,500 miles, including all winter long in Wisconsin in 2020 and 2021. So get out in nature and stop being so in your mind and so in your house and so in your stuff. You need to get out, take drives, take walks, be around people, be around nature, trees, plants. Move beyond intention to belief. Intention doesn't matter if we don't actually match it with the subconscious beliefs that, yep, I believe in this, I have this. If you're working on a 5K money goal, let's just say, then do you have the belief like, I'm worth 5K, I deserve 5K, I'm being paid 5K, 5K is effortless, it comes naturally to me? Do you have those beliefs programmed into your subconscious? We do that work in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program. The sacred flow of yes. So being in the flow. So there's too much mind. Got to do the belief reprogramming work. You need to ground and honor and acknowledge all the amazingness of who you are, of what you've done and be proud of yourself and say that to me. I'm so proud of what I accomplished today. I'm so proud of what I got done today. I got this, and this done, and be in the flow of wherever your yes is, wherever the this feels good is. Be in the flow of that place. If you flow from that place to the next place of that, then this will help you with this energy. So this card came up really solid, this owl card. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. Get out of the mind, Taurus. Okay. All right, Gemini. Gemini, what is this story for you? Stop, drop, and ground in the self-care message. So you're not getting enough grounding. You're too much in your head, too much in the stars, too much in the celestial, too much in the mental energy. We know you're being blown up by Mars and Gemini. There's so much mental energy in the skies. Move beyond intention to belief. I am shuffling the cards, so if you have any Taurus, but move beyond intention to belief. Intention means nothing if it doesn't match your subconscious beliefs. Prosperity's sisters are joy and happiness. So getting out of the head, do the belief reprogramming work for the intentions that you're planning to create. So it's like you create your intentions and it's like, okay, do my beliefs believe I can make that? No. Okay, I need to go in and do that belief reprogramming work. We do that in Alchemical Goddess, my coaching program. We do that in Light Goddess. I talk about it extensively on the podcast, the Light Goddess podcast on iTunes and Spotify. You can go and listen to it there. And then go find the joy and the magic and the fun to release and fuck it, because that's going to flow everything in you. Creator fire, the fun, joy, pleasure. Are you in that ethereal fire energy, gregarious, talking, fun? Or are you too constipated in mental energy, too in your head, figuring, objective, held back, follow through? So it's asking you to take that intention, do the belief work, have fun with it, and get into that right vibe. Be in joy and understand the ethereal inspiration flowing through, and then follow it all the way through to fruition instead of floating around like a butterfly from flower to flower to flower to flower. Focus to fruition. Focus to fruition. This is a big thing for you for 7 months until March. This is a big test of how well you do Mars and also how well you do focus to fruition. The big test for you, Gemini. Nuthatch, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. So grounded, that message is coming up, so that you need to ground. Do you drop anchor to the plasma of the earth? Do you ground your breath and really be present in this now moment? Or are you scattered to all these ideas in your head and moving constantly? There's this big message for you. Nuthatches are the birds, that eat upside down. My grandma always called them asps, and ass up in the air. And it's this grounding because they look at things from a different perspective. Knowledge and perspective are coming to you, Gemini. So powerful, important message. All right, Cancer. Cancer, what is the story in motion for you? Fall in love with your own story. It's in a self-care message. So it's saying that you're not honoring your journey through life. Maybe you're embarrassed. Maybe there's shame. Maybe there's guilt. Maybe there's regret. Maybe you're afraid of how it looks to other people. And it's really about looking at all of that and falling in love with it, doing that work to release those emotions that stop you from being okay with everything that you've ever been through. We all have the embarrassments and the weirdo things and the horrors and the challenge. So when you fall in love with that story, then you can really speak from your heart to your audience in this way that's incredibly powerful for people and will magnetize and connect them to you. Magic happens when you most expect it. So are you believing and expecting the magic, Cancer? Or are you afraid and doubting, embracing and anticipating the bad? Because that's where your focus is. And that is the energy that is vibrating out into the multiverse. So it's going to reflect that back to you. Finding your sacred flow and self-care message. So it's really dealing with this mental energy and getting into the flow, saying fuck it to too many obligations or ideas or projects that you can't push through. You are the muse. So realizing that the ideas and the creativity come from within when you are in flow, when you are in happiness and joy and expecting magic and miracles, when you understand that it's the most natural state, bravely market your magic, get your name out there. What's the next level of copy that you need to write, or emails or upgrades to your messaging, understanding your audience, understanding the problem that you solve, understanding what you do for people. And pull you one more card. Limitations inspire innovation. So when there's doors closed, it allows the deep wells of resourcefulness to bubble up within you that are just innate and natural, but we often don't give them space or have an impetus for them to arise. So the limitations are often this wonderful bittersweet thing that gives us all of this access to the magic that we are, that we don't necessarily get to access on a regular basis, that we maybe don't have anything provoking the opportunity for it to come up. So we might not even have any connection to it being there. I went through some crazy shit that most people never have and never will. And I'll tell you, it showed me all of the resourcefulness and the strength and just the power of who I am. And it's so important that I had those experiences, or I had them. I'm not big on making the most out of like the experiences that you had and like, okay, make this crap experience good. Like, I'm just not really big on that. But it's that ultimately we must accept what we've been through. At some point we go through an acceptance, or we're in that issue of it forever. So we have to accept it, right? And then once we do it, it's like, what is all the profound beauty that can come from that? And the resourcefulness of who I am is definitely something that was very much shown to me and had the space to come to the surface. So this card of the Oriole wants to come up for you. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So how are you narrating change? Are you narrating change as something that you're bracing for, or something that's positive? All right, Cancer. Leo, 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 Leo. So this is cozy up with risk, and it's in a self-care message. So it's wanting you to really assess how you're viewing risk. And I just made a TikTok about this recently. How are you viewing risk? How are you narrating it? As something dangerous, as something negative or difficult? Or are you narrating it as something that's growing you and giving you an opportunity for a new life, for something different, creative and unique? You got creator air in a self-care message. So there's too much mental thinking instead of that intuitive jumping into the fire of your intuition that leads you everywhere you need to go. Like, feed your artist, do the play, create for creativity's sake. You don't always have to create just for your business or something. Create just because it's fun, and just because you want to make something just for you, and that will really feed your creativity. It'll feed your light, feed your artist inside. There's light in unexpected places in a self-care message. So are you thinking that there is no light in this darkness, that it's just all dark, that there's nothing positive here? Or are you scared or in fear? Make a mission statement for your soul in a protection message, in a self-care message. So it's saying that you need to connect back into soul. Get out of your head. You're in your head too much, and you're not speaking very kindly in there. You're in the ethereal, the ethers. You're not in your body and in your heart to the level that you can be. And you're not remembering that there's light everywhere. There's always something positive. There's always a way to change it, look at it, reframe it, so that you can move and get a shift into a good space. Like, when things are really dark, it's a time to just take amazing care of yourself. And sometimes that's what you really need to do. You got parrot spirit. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are, and not be wanting other people to affirm you, and not be wanting other people to self-gratify you and to show you that you're good. Can you get that from the inside out, Leo? All right, Virgo. Virgo, this message this week is make a mission statement for your soul. Really connect into your soul. Like, what are the daily practices and routines that you're doing to connect to heart, soul, your intuition, to get grounded, to get present, to get in the now, to get out of that analytical mind? What's your honest truth? What's the next level of sharing your truth, what you haven't been speaking, what you haven't brought forth, what you've been keeping silent about, afraid to share with the world? Unstick the stuck. So what's stuck, Virgo? Realizing that you have something important, that you matter, that you're bringing light, that you're a leader in this world. Why is that stuck for you, Virgo? Rise in self-care message. So you're not rising to that next upgrade. So it's asking you to get into your honest truth, connect to that, really connect to the soul's purpose for your life. And that will help you to get out of the shrinking thing that you're doing, remembering the light and the visionary that you're here to lead others, and get out of that stuck place. Let's pull a feather card for you. Oh man, so dry here. I'm in Colorado and it's fucking dry. High and dry here. You got the Blue Jay card. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. So, all right, Virgo. Libra. So for you, Libra, collaboration of souls, but it's in protection. So maybe you don't feel like you can collaborate right now. Maybe you don't feel like you have the bandwidth, the time, or maybe you're just blind to seeing and taking on and being willing to do those collaborations. Maybe you think that you have to do it all. That's not healthy, Libra. You can't do it all on your own. You can't take care of everybody else. Like, you have to partner. Libra is about partnering with people. Shadow Libra is doing it all yourself. Prosperity sisters are happiness and joy, meaning that I think you've gotten this message 2 weeks in a row, meaning that you got to go get that joy, girl. You gotta remember how important that is and trust your joy to lead you to the right place. That's a profound statement. Do you trust your joy to lead you to the right place? Or do you think you have to be work hard, serious, professional, constipated? Lead your metamorphosis. So you lead the change. Don't just let life happen to you. You be the very intentional, conscious part of your transformation, of this metamorphosis into the new you. We are all going through a metamorphosis right now, a big upgrade, a big rising up, a big stepping into a new version of ourselves, especially after that full moon we had. Like, wow, that full moon was intense. You are epic. You gotta like really connect to the amazingness of you. Acknowledge how amazing you are. Do that belief work every day. Are you in the mirror, honoring your values, seeing your worth, telling you how much you matter? Are you realizing how amazing you are? You're a galactic star. You're a galactic daughter of the stars. Like, you're amazing. All you have to be is one step ahead. You don't have to do it all today. You just have to be one step ahead. That's it. That's it. And pull you a feather card, Libra. You got the robin. I love it how it has 2 feathers. It's the robin. New growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. Stop fretting and fearing and anticipating the bad, and stop bracing for the bad, and get into your belief of the good. See it, vision it, believe it, own it, claim it. All right, Libra. Scorpio. All right, whatever. Scorpio wants to come forward for you. Creator fire. So really asking you to be in that happiness, joy, gregarious, out talking to people out in the world. You've been getting this message a couple times, 2nd week in a row. Integrate your knowing in self-care message. So too compartmentalized, on things you've learned, spiritual awakening, different pieces of the puzzle of your business and projects. You're asked to really integrate your understanding all together and make it applicational in your life. Do it experientially, not just know it. You're asked to live your knowledge, not just have knowledge. The sacred flow of yes, you're asked to flow with where it feels good and where it's a yes and where your heart hums and your soul sings, and manifesting and doing. So it's in a self-care message, and so was flowing with yes. So it's saying that you're a little too in your head, got to get into that flow of your intuition and manifesting and doing. So are you doing the belief work, the manifesting work, or only doing? Are you doing in an inspired action way or in a massive action, toxic masculine way? So it's got to bring in the healthy feminine, healthy masculine, and really move from inspired intuition. Cozy up with risk. Understand that Scorpio really desires to survive and will do everything at all costs to be comfortable, survive. So you have to really revise and edit what survival is to you, the definition of that. And that's deep inner work for Scorpio that will really help you to redefine risk, not as something negative or scary, but as something that is growth and necessary. And risk is only risk because our mind is narrating it that way. Fuck it and go be happy. You got the eagle feather. You are learning all aspects of spiritual connection and reaching new heights. So sorry, I guess it wasn't on the camera. So you are really reaching for new heights in your spiritual connection and in your connection to the ethereal, your guides, the multiverse, into your gifts turning on. And then you got white eagle, just this extra card came out for you, Scorpio. So you're really being supported right now. See the support that you have all around you. Hear your guides, ask for synchronicities, listen in. The connection to divine guidance is within you. So do that meditation work, do that grounding and listening inward. All right, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Sag. All right, Sagittarius. So this is nourish the sacred feminine in a self-care message. So are you a fully resourced woman? This card's saying no. This card's saying that you're not really doing what you need to take great care of yourself right now. Do you have enough nutrients? Have you really looked at your metrics on enough protein, enough carbs, enough of the right nutrients from foods coming in, the variety of all the micronutrients and macronutrients? Are you getting enough sleep, pleasure, play, healthy stimulation, novelty, connection, love, silence, alone time, and movement? What's your honest truth in a self-care message? So you're not being honest to yourself, Sag, about something, not being real, not either sharing your truth or maybe afraid to look at something that would change life. Balance. So balance is not static. Balance is dynamic. You always have to make little micro shifts constantly to be in balance. And so it's like bravely market your magic. You have to be really nourished and fully resourced as a woman to be able to be balanced, to be able to know what to shift in the moment that you need to know it, and that it's just autopilot, it's just natural, and it's just not something you have to think about, to be able to really be out there marketing your magic, marketing your work, and standing in the power and the truth of who you are. And you have to really deeply intimately know yourself, or your message is going to be garbled to the world. Creator alchemy and protection in self-care message that you forgot that you're the creator of everything. You're wanting it to come to you. You're in that supplication, hoping, longing. Why isn't it happening to me? It's getting out of that and starting to take ownership and really take action out in the world. But to do that, you have to have your needs met, enough sleep, enough nutrients, enough play, pleasure. You have to get real with your own message and be very clear about that. And you have to know who you are, which is doing the pen to paper inner work of soul to really connect into the unique self that you are. I'm going to pull you a feather card. Looks like this one wants to come out. The hawk. Pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. So hawk is often a messenger spirit, and look for the synchronicities and spirits. Ask your guides for a message that only you can understand. Pay attention to what's being communicated. If we're too in our head, we can't see what's right in front of our face. All right, Sag. Capricorn. Capricorn. Prosperity, sisters, or happiness and joy. I think this message has been coming a couple of times on different readings here. So are you connecting with joy, love, pleasure, or are you too constricted in your mind, serious, professional, have to get this done? Fill your cup with sacred giggles. So self-care message, it's in a self-care message, it's reversed, saying that you need to get happy. You need to, this is a fuck it moment for you. This is about that you're thinking that you have to be professional and serious. That's not the way it actually happens. It's not A plus B equals C. That's not the way it works. That's a linear spell that the culture perpetuates. It's that the A, the B, the C, they all come out of the ether in a non-linear way, different than you could ever expect. And you got to remember that Capricorn is a mystical sea goat. There's a tail there, the dolphin's tail, that connects into the lake of consciousness, the water of sea of consciousness. So there is this connection to spirit and the ethereal to come through to climb that mountain like a goat and make it happen. Are you connecting in? And it takes that connection to joy. It's so important. The now moment, you're too in the future and the past. You're too fretting or fearing or figuring or calculating. Raw intention. Take away the complication, make it simple, get to the raw meat of what you desire and what you want, get to the heart of it. Ambush your fear with ferocious dreams. In a self-care message, you're focusing more on the fear than you are on your dreams. You're not focusing on your vision and seeing it happen and believing in it. You're focused on the fear of what if, not enough, on shortage. You got to get out of that. Your message is so clear, and this is 2 weeks in a row. It's about joy. All right, what wants to come forward for you, Capricorn? So you got a loon. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. There's this big connection to get deep into your soul. And White Owl wanted to come forward. The wisdom and message of the divine is within you. Connect inward. Listen internally. The magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It's time to let go of what you no longer need. So there's a big message for you, and you got some more help from spirit and cards that wanted to click and come through. So yay, the sunshine is coming into the house. I need some sunshine before it goes down. All right, Capricorn. Aquarius. So collaboration of souls, Aquarius. It's in a self-care message. So it's saying that you're maybe not seeing all the collaborations that your guides and the multiverse are connecting you to and bringing in for you that you asked for and wanted, or maybe you're not willing to connect and collaborate. Maybe you're trying to do it all on your own. What's going on here? Soul on fire in a self-care message. So that you're kind of cramped and stifled. You're not in that full expression. You're not just a soul on fire flowing from creativity to project to knowing to going. It's more of in the mind too much, and this mental energy is overstimulating Aquariuses, so be aware of that. Prosperity, sisters, are happiness and joy, also in a self-care message. So you're not getting enough joy, happiness. You're not really tapped into, this is about fuck it and go have fun, because then the flow and the clarity is just going to come right in. Welcome the divine masculine in an upright position. That's great. So bring in the inspired action. The masculine is this strategize, but it's strategy from intuition, from instinct, not strategy from mental thinking, because our mind just knows chewed gum. It doesn't know anything new. Lead your metamorphosis. Don't let life lead you around like a puppy dog on a leash. You lead your metamorphosis. You own it and claim it. You stand up and say, I'm a part of this. I understand what I'm creating. I'm conscious being here. And that takes letting your mind be the microphone of your heart, not the driver of your car. You got the Magpie card, reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you do not need. And this card wanted to come up as well, the Starling. Now is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways, which really corroborates that first card you got about collaboration. So another card wanted to come forward. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. So is that a new upgrade of finding your voice? Or is that a newer stepping forward for you, Aquarius? All right, Pisces. Hello, Pisces. So what wants to come forward? So you got gratitude again. So it's in a self-care message of needing to connect in and just list all the things you love, list all the things you appreciate. Let go of everything else. Like, this is the most important thing. It's your first card. It's really saying that when you connect in there, that's going to raise your vibration and connect you in with that flow and that magic coming forward. Welcome the divine masculine and self-care message. So it's saying that you're trying to hustle and push. You need to let go and let it come from instinct and intuitive strategy, and letting it hold all of your beautiful projects. Overrate your intuition. So turn the volume up on your inner knowing, your intuition, asking your heart, getting out of your head, getting into that higher vibration and that joy. Magic happens when you most expect it. So there's really some belief work to be doing. There's some negative thinking here, getting into a little bit of a negative rut of a worrisome place and fretting, and you got to get out of that and maybe flow, dance, paint, draw, celebrate your wins. So acknowledge everything amazing that is happening and that you have accomplished, and really acknowledge what you've done amazing. You're living poetry. So understand that there's this flow and this rhythm, and understand, look at it all, like share how you've transformed, understand your light, how you express yourself in the world. It allows your light to shine forth. So it's like, are you understanding your own unique expression of self? Is that coming forward? Are you trying to be like other people? Or are you not really allowing a new evolution of your own unique expression of you? Are you scared of who you really are and being a unique self and trying to be like other people? Sacred resonance in the world. So like this resonance, because you're connected to that higher frequency, higher vibration, and connected into the joy and the magical stream, like remembering the love that you are, the divine love and compassion, the magician that you bring forward, that you are. Alchemize this pain, this white eagle. Like, when do you ever see a white eagle? The connection to divine guidance is within you, Pisces. This kingfisher, prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in perfect form. So there's just some fear, and realize that fear is an illusion. Crane spirit, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. So that could be friends, family, romantic. All right, Pisces, sending you so much love. All right, you all, this is the Sun Sign Oracle channeled message for you for this week. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm going to go get some sunshine. Talk to you soon.